Ashe, good folks. This is Queen Bree. I hope that you are well and doing you in the most bona fide way. So I wanted to try out something that is new to me. I feel like I can express myself in a way that is a little bit more calm and brings ease, if you will. So I just wanted to try this out. What I wanted to talk about in this upload is taking the necessary steps to do whatever it is that you need to do to maintain your peace, to maintain your peace of mind. Even if that means blocking or cutting people off. Now, I understand that, it's a time where in the great awakening, there is a great separation that is also taking place. So there are, certain instances and certain situations and people where the situation dictates that you choose separation for your peace or for whatever reason that is, that is a good enough reason for you to make that decision to choose to separate yourself. In considering the great awakening and the great separation, there are individuals that we have to separate ourselves from, just on the strength and considering the fact that some people are not on the same wavelength as you, that some people are like conscious or intellectuals or, kind of like the most basic reasoning and consideration of, considering how we relate to one another and how we vibe with each other. Some of us are going to vibe with one another. Some of us, it's going to click. And then some people, they don't resonate with the message. They don't resonate with your lifestyle and things, especially as we're doing this ascend and we are, in this evolution for those of us that are on a certain type of journey and a certain type of path. And this is not taken away from people that don't have the same interests and the same journey as me, as all of our journeys are unique. But I do believe wholeheartedly that there are necessary things that we need to do to make sure that we are caring for ourselves, that we are prioritizing ourselves, and that we're doing the things that is going to bring healing and peace to our whole beings, right? So, retaining relationships and having longevity is a beautiful thing. And for most of us, it should be a goal and it should be, a priority. But I don't think that it's healthy for us to keep people in our lives that are not healthy for us, whether that be friend, family, associate, foe for the lesson, right? We shouldn't keep people around for certain reasons. A lot of us keep people around and in our lives because they are family. Sometimes you have to learn to feed somebody with a long handle spoon in my mom's voice. Sometimes depending on the relationship, especially if we're talking about loved ones or family members, for your peace and for your health, sometimes you have to learn to feed someone with a long handle spoon, right? Pretty much loving them from a distance. And then sometimes you literally have to block certain individuals, especially when, the circumstances or the situation requires that or dictates that, because there is a disrespectful, there is a disrespect. It's when it becomes disrespectful is what I'm trying to say. Excuse me. I actually came across a meme the other day, and the meme says something along the lines of, women don't leave when it's when it's difficult. They leave when it's disrespectful. And I think that this goes across the board as far as men and women. And I'm not saying that, this is personal to me, because I have a pretty peaceful lifestyle, if I must say myself, and I don't have drama in my life. Excuse me. But I know that, a lot of people can resonate with, different areas of their lives where they're dealing with disrespectful people. And, I come from the school of, when somebody is disrespectful, then we're going to approach that and we're going to handle that. You know what I mean? But then it comes a time in your life where you're prioritizing peace, and then you're also considering the fact that, there is a place for people that that resorts to violence, or having to check or show somebody in that way. So, when it comes to, people dealing with disrespectful people, sometimes, they say, well, kill somebody with kindness. Sometimes it's just as simple as, separating yourself, and also considering your energy, protecting and preserving your energy. Because sometimes people will take your energy for granted, or, they will take advantage of the energy. And, dealing with the whole disrespectful thing is a whole nother issue. So, hopefully, individuals aren't dealing with that, but if they are, that they are choosing themselves, prioritizing themselves, and choosing peace. When we talk about considering how individuals make you feel, does an environment make you feel good when you come to that environment? Does it make you feel tense, or does it make you feel off? It's the same thing when you're in the energy of somebody else. And then when we're considering the whole virtual experience, the online experience, same thing. Sometimes you come across people's content or their videos, and some of it makes you feel real good. Some of it feeds you. Some of it is a gift, and some of it can be considered a curse. Some things don't make you feel, as good. It's just kind of like the thing with music. Does the music that you listen to inspire you and make you want to get up and change lives and save the world? Does it make you feel loving, or does it make you want to go out and, hurt somebody or whatever? So during this process of me continuing to evolve, that's one thing that I have been considering. How do an individual make me feel when I'm either in their presence or when I'm engaging with them, when we're having an interaction? Do they make me feel good, or do they make me anxious? How does my nervous system feel when I'm engaging or interacting with someone? It's kind of as simple as that, really. Are individuals making you feel good, or are they making you feel some type of way? Are there signals going off in your body that is telling you, hold on, this person may not be all the way authentic, or hold on, this person may not be my vibe. This individual may not, be for me. Really, it's just as simple as that. So when we're talking about self-preservation, and we're talking about where we're going during this ascent and this, in our evolution, and considering what is good for our bodies, for our whole selves, and the pursuit of wholeness, that's going to be a big one. Deciding who we're engaging with, deciding who we're going to keep around, and who we're going to feed with a long handle spoon. The way I operate is, some people I have to deal with in doses. There's some people that, I would love to be around a lot, and, I love their energy. But then there are some people that I'm just like, okay, that's a bit much. I have to deal with you. I have to deal with that individual in doses, So self-preservation, right? While we are on this ascent and we are trying to consistently thrive, these are things to be considered, right? And it doesn't make you selfish. It's called self-love. I'm writing a song, and in one of my verses, I said something along the lines of you know, being separated from certain individuals. They call it what did I say? They call it suffering. I call it self-love, something like that. But it was pretty dope, I must say. So yeah, we're talking about self-love, self-preservation, and, just doing the things that is going to, keep us healthy and keep us happy. So God is love, and if you can't take God with you, don't go. Peace and ashe.